There were times that I acted inappropriate. I was still playing baseball, and I would go to church in my uniform, and I would get screamed at because I'm there with dirt from sliding and my cleats in church. But I made it to church, and I fell in love with baseball. I got so good that I started making all-star teams. I got so good that I started getting on traveling teams. And I continued playing in different neighborhoods. Then they would ask me to come and play. I wanted to prove to my dad that I was worth it. Now my dad would sometimes come around the neighborhood and say he was coming to pick me up. And I would see him out the window. So I would go and pack my bag, get ready, and I would call my dad out the window. My dad would take his car and leave. And he would never take me. Now, I'm 9, 10, 11 years old. And this is what I'm learning. And my heart was breaking. What this started developing within me was anger and hate. So what I started doing was becoming more and more involved in the streets. If you were the type of person that looked at me wrong, you was getting hit. No questions asked. If you said something to me I didn't like, it was a fight. No questions asked. I had no fear of doing it. That was the anger that I had in me. It was a little switch that just went off. But God had a purpose. God had a plan. And that was just the beginning of everything that was going on. After they got separated and my mom went to church, I got to the point that in the church I was always in disciplina. You guys know what disciplina is? Discipline? I was always in trouble for something. I got to the point that when I hit the age of a teenager, I said, Mom, I don't want to be in church. And my mom said, ¿Y por qué? Why not? I said, mejor estoy con las cadenas del mundo que las cadenas de la iglesia. Better I'll be with the chains of the world than the chains of the church. That was my mentality, ignorant as it was, that I had at that time. So what did I do? I got out of church. I became disobedient. I stopped honoring my mother and father. And if you guys know scripture, it says if you want to live a long time, it says honor your father and your mother. I didn't do that. So as I got to the streets and started doing all these things and sleeping around and hanging out and doing the wrong things that I knew was wrong. Because I was already into the things of God. God was always trying to catch me somewhere. I would go by the church, they would see me. I would go to the store, they would see me. It was like I was being surrounded all the time by somebody preaching to me. I would go by Dunkin' Donuts and they were in front of Dunkin' Donuts. Jesús dice que venga él. And I'm like, no quiero. And I would walk away, and I would start making fun of them. I had no respect anymore for the things of God. And they're preaching, I'd be like, oh, yeah, be quiet. No, and it was bad. I think back now, and I tell my wife these stories, she goes, oh my God, baby, thank God I didn't know you back then. But this was the mindset, this was the immaturity that I had at that time. As I got to high school, I got really good at baseball. I got so good that some scouts came to the games. And I thought I was the man. Ooh, I got scouts looking at me. And I'm there playing, and my head is getting really big. I'm having major league dreams. And I had scouts come to me from the Cleveland Indians, Toronto Blue Jays, and Pittsburgh Pirates. And they made me offers. So I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to live the dream my dad couldn't do. For whatever reason. They made me offers, and I remember telling my dad, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, Pops. Because Clemente played for them. The first Puerto Rican to play in the major leagues. That's who I wanted to. And they were close to New York. Like I told you guys, I'm originally from there. What happens? I go and I play football. In the football game, I get hurt. I have a torn rotator cuff, separated shoulder and clavicle, impingement, and a whole bunch of other things. My arm was basically hanging up. The scouts came and saw me and said, you're 17 and you're already hurt. You're a middle infielder. We can sign a whole bunch of kids that'll be just like you. What they did, they took the offers back. No major leagues for me. This continued the anger in me. I went on a rampage and I started disrespecting women. I would do things with women that I'm not proud of, and now that I have an amazing wife, and I have a daughter, and I have sons. I pray all the time. I said, Lord, don't let my daughter ever meet a man like I was. Don't let my sons become the man that I was. Let them be a man after your own heart. Let her find a man after your own heart. Because I would never want that upon anybody. As I told you guys, being that I was the type of person that never backed down, and I was a fighter, the strength that I had within me, which was my attitude, my never back down thing, was being used as a weakness. How can the strength be used as a weakness? The enemy can distract you by using something that's a strength within you and essentially make you weak. So because he knew I didn't back down from nobody, he was going to use that to distract me from what he knew God had in my life. I was with a girl, and I was the type that never ate in anybody's house. Even if they offered me food, I said no. I didn't eat in her house. And being that I was a diabetic, my sugar was low. I go to a store across the street from where I live. And I walk into the store and I go to the chip aisle. Somebody comes behind me. Pastor, can you put your finger behind my head, please? They come and they tell me, don't turn around. So being that you from Brooklyn, this is the way that we play around. So I go, what? And as I turn around, I see the barrel of a gun in my face. And he tells me, shorty, I told you not to turn around. He throws me on the floor, and he puts his knee on my back, and the gun, he cocks it and puts it to my head. I look at myself and I said, oh man, I'm dying for a pack of chips. This is horrible. I'm there on the floor, and all of a sudden, I remember God. And I said, God, if you save me, I'm going to be better than Moses, Jacob, Israel, Joseph. I can't be better than Jesus, but I'm going to be real close. And I look at my watch. When I look at my watch, it's about 11:15. I hear I said, whoa, they shot me. I'm dead. I'm dead, me morí. And I closed my eyes. I ain't going to lie. I wasn't too tough then. I opened my eyes and I see the bodega. I said, oh man, heaven got a bodega. I knew Jesus was Spanish. I had to leave. He's Puerto Rican or something. And what had happened was not that they shot me, but they pistol whipped the guy behind the counter. So at that moment, I wasn't shot, but he got hit. And I was so much in shock that I got up. The guys ran out the store. I got up and I take a quarter out of my pocket and I go to the guy and I tell him, mira, para empezarte de nuevo, because they have robbed the place. Now I go and I walk upstairs. And you guys see I'm really light-skinned, right? I know you probably didn't see it, but now you notice it. I'm really light-skinned. So I go and I knock on my mother's door. Oh, they still make the noise. And my mom is sleeping. ¿Qué pasó, mijo? Te tengo que hablar. So she gets up, she comes, you know, the hair was all messed up, and walking in the chanclas. And she goes, ¿Qué pasó? And I start telling her everything that happens. My mom starts laughing at me. Yo, why are you laughing at me? Your youngest son almost died. How are you laughing? That's funny to you? Eso está cómico. Mom, what's going on? She asked me, ¿A qué hora fue esto? And I said, bueno, mommy, when I got up, it was 11:15.